I'll say one of my favorite artists. When the last time you heard Polo drop a song in three songs in 6 months? He dropped maybe one song every couple months. But it's because he probably enjoying his life. He done did all the work. He didn't put all the work in. He good. He chilling. You hear me?
Yeah.
So that don't mean he fell off.
Oh,
just,
yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
it's in Polo 26.
That's what I'm saying. But like, that don't mean he fell off though.
It doesn't mean he fell off.
He's still one of the coldest rappers. It just, he chilling. Like,
yeah.
What, like, you feel me? It's just like if you in on a sports team, if you put your work in and you made your net, you a starter. Like, ain't no way you getting off the bench. You don't gotta, you feel me, go out there and get 40 every night. Go ahead, get your 20 and call it a game.
But that's also another thing though. Like, artists will get on, like they'll be young, put in the work, doing everything they can to get on. They get on, then they take a break and start chilling and shit, and then that be the reason why.
Well, yeah, but and that's what I'm saying. That's where people like the listeners feel like you fell off. It's not a fall off if you fall back. It's a difference. Like, I ain't gonna say his name, but it's one artist we all know that fell off, right? Like, he not from Chicago.
Okay, not from Chicago.
Yeah, he not from Chicago. He just not it. Like, everybody be clowning him. The little YBN dude.
Okay, Namir.
Everybody be clowning him.
Damn,
that's a fall off though.
Namir and Jay.
That's a fall off because he was actively still dropping music and just it wasn't going. It was trash music. It wasn't going nowhere. You hear me? And I ain't saying that.
And I'm not saying that this. That's just an example.
Like, but I'm just giving you the example. That's a fall off.
But also another thing. He came out with Soul Train, and a lot of people feel like that was a trash song. But then that ended up bringing the most views.
Right, but it brought views because it was comedy. Like, the shit was so garbage. It was like, you hear me? Right. That's a fall off. You dropping trash music back to back to back to back. That's a fall off. The thing is with that song particularly, that song had more dislikes than likes. Right. And then that shit had so many dislikes, it got to a point where YouTube removed the dislike button just for the sole fact that. So if you still say you don't get as many views because you haven't dropped a song in a long time, right?
Okay.
If your song is still raw, you ain't fall off. You just that's what I'm saying. So like, people like, and you gotta be on to fall off. Like, you gotta be people be saying we didn't fall off. We had a lot of shit going on that shouldn't have went on, you feel me? And if you're a fan, you know what I'm talking about. And on top of that, we did a bunch of shit. We moved to Cali, we did all this shit, and then for a little bit we was chilling. Like, we was enjoying life. You feel me? So
all right,
but when we drop music, I bet that shit still be decent. Like, it still be raw. People still listen to it. So it's not that we fell off, we just fell back for a little bit. And a lot of artists do that, and a lot of people, you feel me? If you go to jail, you feel me? I guarantee y'all the next song Lil Jaydoe drop be raw.
Yes.
You feel me?
Yes.
But he ain't drop a song in a year because he been locked up. But that's not a fall off. Because the next shit he gonna drop gonna be hard.
But another thing with Lil Jaydoe is, even though he was in jail, he was still always getting talked about through the media.
Right, yeah.
So a lot of artists also don't be having that media push behind them.
But that's what I mean. Like, I hate it for a lot of artists, us included. Like, people be counting you out because of something that, like, it's not like you just started dropping weak music. It's just shit be going on, and we're regular. We humans too. So like, can't just put out 1,000 songs in a couple months. You feel me? Like, shit be going on. So
and that's fair and that's logical. You got a point. So with that being said, though, unless you are actually at the top of your game and at the top of the industry and at the top of the world, there's no such thing as you falling off if you're just taking a small break.
Yeah, and especially if you didn't get all the way up there. You hear me? If you, let's say, like, I be trying not to use examples because I don't be wanting to use the wrong example. But like, let's say you got 100,000 followers, right?
Right.
You up there, but you not there though. You hear me? Like, 1 million followers is like you there. Like, you ain't no falling off from there. You hear me? You big, big. You feel me? If you got 1 million followers, you up there. Like, ain't no going really back from that. But if you got 100,000, like, you really ain't make it to that level to fall off. Like, you achieved a lot. You did a lot of shit, and you made it far, but you didn't make it to the college level. You hear me? You ain't make it to the NBA yet. That's how I look at it.
That's a nice way to look at it. All right,
or you could say you made it to the NBA, but you ain't get to the finals. You hear me? The finals is you that dude. Like, you up there with the big dogs.
All right, man.
You can't fall off if you made it to the league. Like, if you made it to the point you signing majors, like, you made it to the league.
All right, man. Let me ask you this then. There's a lot of artists who has over 100,000 followers with their pages, but these are also artists who's not in the industry yet and not in the league yet. So would you say even though these guys are known artists and everything, they're still not at the top of their game? They still got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, for sure. Like I think.
Okay. So with that being said, go ahead. I don't want to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, I was say like a lot of people, they got a lot. You got to make sure. Like a lot of times, people be inflating them little followers and them likes and shit. Even people be
niggas do be funny.
So like, but if you do, say you do got 100,000, your shit legit.
Right.
You getting there. You hear me? Like you a top prospect in the NCAA. You in the college league. You one of the names in college.
All right.
But you ain't like once you get to like 500K million. Like once you up there, now you in the league. Like
okay, over 500K. All right, man.
Yeah, like I don't got like an exact cutoff, but I'm saying like once you in the league, you in the league. Like how you gonna fall off? You done did like if an NBA player go to the NBA and they let him go, right?
Right.
And he go home and let's say he getting real estate or he making money, he feeding his family. What more? He done did it. I made it to the league. I made it to the highest you could go. Just because I ain't played for 20 years don't mean, you hear me? I still did it. So it's like that's how I look at it. Like once you get to that level where you a big name and you signing with a label and you got this and that, like you made it, like can't hate on that.
All right, bet. And with that being said, for some of you guys, y'all still not in the league yet. Y'all not in the finals. So stop acting Hollywood with them followers.
Y'all need them rings, man.
Yeah, so stop acting Hollywood with them followers. I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all see I don't. Y'all see I don't.
Oh, bro.
But all right, though. Now, check this out, then. Let me ask you another question as far as like Chicago overall. And then we're going to move on. Now, I've interviewed artists from Chicago, right? And a little easy specifically, but he once did an interview in 2021 saying Chicago lacks originality because everybody was being repetitive, saying the same things. As you said before, I recently got with him this year, and after reminding him of his statement, he says the artists that we have now, like Fatso, T-Ski, and Chucky, they brought originality back. And basically, he then said the whole youth of Chicago that's been rapping right now and going crazy with it, they brought originality back to Chicago. So, from your perspective, before the youth, will Chicago lack an originality?
I don't like. To me, I don't think so. I feel like you can't lack originality when Chicago started that sound. Like you hear me? Like that's what it is. Like you hear me? There's no like Chief Keef. Like I keep bringing it up. Chief Keef, Dirk, Herb, even the other side, like FBG Duck and them, like all that they music.
Oh, both sides.
Like I'm saying, like they music. That was the influence. Like that was the Chicago sound. You hear me? All right. Them, and everybody that was under them and around them. That was the Chicago sound. That's what the music was coming out of Chicago. So anybody that sound like them, yeah, I mean, they're not original, but like the sound as a whole, that's the Chicago sound. Like you can't not be original. Like that's an original sound. You hear me? We started that sound. Not we, but you know, the city started that sound. So that's original enough for me.
All right, bet.
But yeah, the shorties out south is going crazy, like on the music. Like,
and you specifically saying out south?
Yeah, I mean out west too. Like
there we go.
No, Von go crazy, but it's not a lot. It's not a lot of rappers out west that's raw right now. Like to me.
Okay. Von, DCG them.
Von.
Lil Chris.
Yeah.
Fucking baby go. I got give folks his
props. Yeah, like it's decent. It's good rap, but I'm saying out south they got the wave right now. Like they going crazy. Like all of them.
But as of right now, the biggest artist is an out west artist, which is Von.
Yeah, but that's one. They got like 10. Like I'm saying, like they got like 10 shorties that's going crazy.
Okay, fine.
Baby Chief do what's his name?
Okay, Baby Chief do it.
He from out south too, right?
As a matter of fact, that's another thing. It's another thing. It's not even. It's to the point where now it's artists who's from the suburbs of Chicago that's being a trend.
What's and think about look. Even the ones that passed away. What's the other Lil Jeff?
May rest in peace.
Q50 rapping. What's the other boy?
Q50.
What you said? Schoon. Yeah, he passed away.
May rest in peace.
They had like out south. They rapping their ass off right now. Like out west got a couple rappers. You feel me? But nothing like. Not as many as out south.
So do you feel like even now to this day, out south artists is still overshining other sides of the city?
I think they overshining because they raw. You feel me? I'm not saying it like they weak, but they just also have the connection of all the big artists from Chicago is from out south. You feel me? So somehow they all connected somehow. Whether they into with them or whether they know somebody that knows them, they all connected somehow. I don't know how because I'm not from out there. But
so do you feel like if out west, up north, and over east overall was to have just as many connections as out south did?
I would say this. I would say, and I could be wrong, but we gonna mark this interview, and in a year or two, I want to come back and see if I was right. But I promise you, let Von keep going crazy, right? Like let Von keep doing his thing.
Right.
And the bigger he get, watch how in the next 2 years, it's gonna be a lot of out west artists come up. Watch.
It's
because, and we gonna mark that. We gonna timestamp it because there's nobody right now out west that has blown up like that. You feel me? There's nobody to connect to.
All right, say less.
Out south, you got all them rappers from 10 years ago. All of them is somehow connected. So if Von keep going crazy, you feel me? Slowly but surely, it's gonna be a lot of out west artists that start coming up behind him. Because it's a connection. You feel me?
Say less. March 3rd, 2026. We're gonna be right here, right back.
And I could be wrong, but that's what I believe. I think it's true.
We taking a safe bet here. We taking a safe bet. We just giving it time. So we gonna see what happens in a year span. Say less. And I'm gonna remember this. I'm gonna personally remember this here too, just so we can talk about it.
I'm gonna show you. Watch.
All right, say less.
Screenshot it.
Hey, say less. As a matter of fact, you got my number. You can even text it to me or call me. It's just show. But all right, though. Now we just talked about a nice amount of things here in this short span of an hour, and this is all good topics and everything. But one thing I feel like that's got to be talked about no matter what is your health mentally. So how are you feeling mentally?
Chicago Wave, what's your message to the youth?
It's a million things I could say to them, but if there's one thing that they need to know that I feel like they should know, I'm here for them.